we're looking at radical expressions now, this time with a variable underneath the radical as well. And when we have problems like this, it's often helpful to rewrite everything in terms of something to a power. So this coefficient of 32, it'll be nice to have that written as a bunch of numbers written to a power. And so we're going to pull back this idea that you maybe did in elementary school where we'll do a factor tree. I'll take that 32 and I'll think of any two numbers I can that multiply to make 32. So maybe you're thinking like 2 and 16, maybe you're thinking 8 and 4. I don't care which two numbers you pick, but any two that make 32, we're going to start there. I'm going to use what I always use when I have even numbers, which is just 2 with 16. And as I see prime numbers, numbers that are only divisible by 1 in themselves, I'm going to circle them. So since 2 is prime, I'll circle it. This 16 I can break down further into 2 and 8. So I'll make this 2 and 8. This 2 is prime, I'll circle that. 8 I can rewrite as 4 times 2. That 2 is prime. And this 4 breaks up into 2 and 2, which means that this 32 can be rewritten as, well, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or 2 to the 5th. So now I've rewritten 32 as a bunch of stuff to a power. And that means we're looking at the 5th root of 32, but I'm going to write that as 2 to the 5th, and then y to the 15th. And piggybacking off of what we did earlier, we know that this index means that we're trying to find the thing that multiplies by itself 5 times to give us whatever's underneath the radical. These slots for me are helpful when I'm visualizing things. I don't always draw them out, but it does remind me that what I'm looking for is I want to fill each of these slots in with the exact same thing, and I want them to multiply to make what's inside. So what I'm going to think about is I've got 5 2s to split among all these slots. How many 2s can I put in each slot? And every slot, of course, can get one of the 2s. And with a similar idea, I've got 15 y's. Y to the 15th means y times y times y, 15 times. I've got 15 y's to split among 5 slots. And so when I ask the question this way, 15 y's among 5 slots, how many per slot? That sometimes gets people confused. But if I ask the question a different way, 15 cupcakes, 5 friends. If you have 15 cupcakes and 5 friends, how many cupcakes would each friend get? They'd each get 3. So this is the same thing. Every slot can get 3 y's. Y cubed, y cubed, y cubed. So when we're all finished here, we can see that if I multiply this by itself 5 times, this is what I'm going to get. So the final answer here is 2y to the 3rd power. Now, there is a shortcut in this whole thing that I'll reveal at the end of the next example, but for now I just want to kind of focus on the number of slots and putting the same number of things in each slot, accounting for everything that's in the radical. In the homework, it might turn out that things don't work out evenly, so for now, if you miss those, don't worry about it. Once we finish the last day of notes on this, you should be able to do everything pretty well. So just be patient, good luck, keep at it. Yeah.